Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our fall concert. I'm very excited about our concert this evening as we are doing a theme, and it is all based on early American composers, namely the famous five, Gershwin and Bernstein and Aaron Copland, just to name a few. So we've got some wonderful, delightful classics, choral music planned for you this evening, so that we hope that you enjoy. Just wanted to also let you know that this evening's concert, as a choir family, all of the choirs representing tonight, we are dedicating this concert this evening to Abby Sagler. She has been a huge part of the music program here, both in band and choir. Was a TA last year, and she is fighting hard with her leukemia. And so we would like to dedicate our concert tonight to her and to her wonderful spirit. Enjoy.
A beloved figure in American choral music is Randall Thompson, the composer of such works as The Peaceable Kingdom, Faustina, and The Testament of Freedom. He is perhaps best known for his Alleluia, commissioned in the opening of the Berkshire Music Center in Tanglewood of 1940. But tonight we will present a lesser-known but equally loved piece entitled My Master Hath a Garden.
I forgot to mention, if you have not turned off your electronic devices, would you please do that at this time?
Copland was a studious man, and throughout his life he was active as a teacher and a writer on the subject of music. He was one of the first composers to take full advantage of the new technologies of the early 20th century, including recordings, radio, and pictures. Copland was greatly interested in providing music for student performers, and by the 1940s had reached his goal of composing serious quality music for a variety of audiences, without ever lowering his musical standards. A few of Copland's important works include Fanfare for the Common Men, Appalachian Spring, At the River, Elsa Long Mexico, Rodeo, and 2 sets of old American songs. Tonight, Women's Choir will perform The Little Horses from set 2, A Child's Lullaby.
Bernstein became a first American-born conductor to be named musical director of the New York Philharmonic. He was also a fine composer who composed for orchestra, keyboard, opera, theater, film, ballet, band, and choral music. Perhaps the greatest musical of the 1950s, West Side Story. It was a collaboration of two leading lights of the times, with lyrics by Stephen Sondheim and music by Leonard Bernstein. The piece we are performing tonight is titled I Feel Pretty, and is the song Maria sings to her friends in preparation for the big dance. If you enjoy this song, then make sure to see and come to the entire show May 5th, 6th, and 7th, as the spring musical this year will be West Side Story.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and The songs of George and Ira Gershwin are true American musical treasures. From George's song Swanee, made famous by Al Jolson, to Love Is Here to Stay, their last song together, their music is best known for its versatility. They not only wrote popular songs, but wrote for the Broadway stage, the concert stage, the jazz musician, and even an opera entitled Porgy and Bess. This section of the medley that Jubileers will perform highlights their jazz and musical theater style. Tragically, George passed away at the young age of 38. He frequently spoke of the artistic mission of popular music. He said, "Music must reflect the thoughts and aspirations of the people of the time. My people are American, and my time is now." For a large part of their work, that prophetic statement still rings true in the 21st century. We hope you enjoy Fascinating Rhythm and I Got Rhythm by George and Ira Gershwin.
We will now go back go farther back to a time when popular song performed in people's home was the primary form of musical enrichment. Stephen Foster, described in one source as the father of American music, wrote over 200 songs in the decades preceding the Civil War. Many of these became well-known, and they were performed in the blackface minstrel shows that were popular at the time. Some Folks is an example of Stephen Foster's ability to forget his troubles in his music. The jolly song was written during the later years of his life when he had little reason to smile. Perhaps it was his way of whistling in the dark to keep up his courage at the time when he needed it most.
Some folks fear to smile, some folks do, some folks do. Others laugh through guile, but that's not me nor you. Long live the merry, merry heart that laughs by night and day, like the queen of mirth, no matter what some folks say. Some folks like to sigh, some folks do, some folks do. Some folks like to die, but that's not me nor you. Long live the merry, merry heart, the merry, merry heart and merry, merry heart, like the queen of hearts, no matter what some folks say. Long live the merry, merry heart, the merry, merry heart and merry, merry heart, like the queen of hearts, no matter what some folks say.
Commissioned in 1958 for the 200th anniversary of the incorporation of the town of Amherst, Massachusetts, Frostiana was composed by Randall Thompson between June 15th and July 7th, 1959 in Gstaad, Switzerland. The work was first performed as part of the bicentennial commemoration at an interfaith convocation in the Amherst Regional High School Auditorium, October 18th, 1959. It was sung by the bicentennial chorus, comprised of singers of all denominations in the township. Professor J. Haywood Alexander accompanied, Randall Thompson the composer conducted, and the poet Robert Frost was present. Frostiana is a compilation of 7 country songs written for men's, women's, and mixed voices. The Pasture is song number 2 in the set and was written for TBB male voices. The speaker of this poem is a parental figure whose sole purpose is to comfort the child and to assure the child that there is nothing to fear about, and if there is something, it won't linger for a long time. The adult talks about clearing the passage for the child and about watching the water to go clean. The quatrain implies the adult's interaction with the farm's natural elements. It is noticeable that the child is white-lipped and anxious of being left alone by the adult. To counteract this, the adult assuages the child's fears by telling him to come along with him too. Enjoy The Pasture by Randall Thompson.
O Susanna is a minstrel song by Stephen Foster, first published in 1848. It is among the most popular American songs ever written. In 1846, Foster moved to Cincinnati, Ohio, and became a bookkeeper with his brother's steamship company. While in Cincinnati, Foster wrote this piece. The song was first performed by a local quartet at a concert in Andrew's Eagle Ice Cream Saloon in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on September 11, 1847. It was published by W.C. Peters and Company in Cincinnati in 1848. Other minstrel tropes performed the work, and as was common at the time, many registered the song for copyright under their own names. As a result, it was copyrighted and published at least 21 times from February 25, 1848 through February 14, 1851. Foster earned just $100 for the song, but its popularity led to the publishing firm Firth Pond and Company to offer him a royalty of 2 cents per copy of sheet music sold, convincing him to become America's first fully professional songwriter.
I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. I go to Louisiana, my true love for to see. It rained all night the day I left, the weather it was dry. The sun so hot I froze to death, Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee.
Tonight we include the music of the great iconoclast Charles Ives. The son of a band leader, Ives was greatly influenced by the open-minded approach to music lessons he received from his father. These included exercises such as being asked to sing a hymn in one key while his father played it in another. That sort of practice, along with the experience of hearing his father's band play one song while marching on the town square at the same time that another band was playing a different piece on the opposite side of the square, led to widely experimental works that would influence later generations of composers. Ives originally wrote Circus Band as a piano march in 1894, apparently intending to arrange it for a 4-part men's chorus and theater orchestra. He later arranged it as a solo song, which was published in 1922, 114 songs. In the 30s, his copyist George F. Roberts produced a version for mixed chorus and band under Ives' supervision. Jonathan Elkis, a music educator, musicologist, and Ives expert, used that to create the piano 4-handed version that is being performed this evening. There is a high-spirited college boy feeling to the text with its slang and fixation on the girl in pink and Cleopatra with the golden hair. In the repeat of the last verse, Ives adds another vocal line to the mix with snatches of popular college songs, including the marching song from his own Yale fraternity, DKE. Interestingly, Ives was also regarded in the business world. During his career as an insurance executive, Ives devised creative ways to structure life insurance packages for people of means, which laid the foundation for the modern practice of estate planning.
Barbo's vocal output is vast. He himself had trained as a baritone, though he ultimately chose not to pursue a career as a singer because, as he put it, on stage I have about as much projection as a baby skunk. Despite his familiarity with the voice, his choral output is modest in comparison to his art songs. Written in 1938, Sure on This Shining Night went on to become one of the composer's most famous and oft-performed art songs before he arranged it for choir 30 years later. Using a text by American poet James Agee, Barber writes that the music is sublime and reverent and it reflects poetry. Once the final chord is played, it is easy to see why the piece is so beloved by singers.
I apologize, this is going to be another long one.
Aaron Copland is best known for his compositions that celebrated and indeed created an American sound. A vernacular that seemed free of pretensions, with approachable, melodic lines frequently based on the intervals of the open fourth or fifth. Although Copland wrote in a number of distinct styles throughout his career, it was his populist works based on folk themes that won him the most followers. In 1950, composer Benjamin Britten and his lifelong partner tenor, Peter Pears, asked Copland to arrange a set of American folk songs that they could perform at Britain's Music and Arts Festival in Aldeburgh, England. Copland obliged with 5 songs arranged for male soloist and piano, and Pears and Britten performed them in June of that year. Copland himself accompanied baritone William Warfield at the work's American premiere in New York's Town Hall in January 1951. In 1952, Copland arranged a second set of folk songs, and a few years later, he transcribed both sets for performance by vocal soloist with orchestra. The arrangements of The Boatman's Dance, The Dodger, Long Time Ago, Simple Gifts, and I Bought Me a Cat reflect Copland's sensitivity to the text and emotion of each piece. I Bought Me a Cat brings the set to a playful close with a children's reciting song. Each verse introduces a new animal, including a wife, accompanied by a different treatment in the syncopated accompaniment, and gives concert choir a chance to show off their ability to mimic each animal in song.
My duck pleased me, I fed my duck under yonder tree.
My duck says quack, quack.
My cat says fiddle-I-fee.
I bought me a goose, my goose pleased me. I fed my goose under yonder tree.
My goose says quack, quack.
My duck says quack, quack.
My cat says fiddle-I-fee. My hen pleases me. I fed her under the tree. My hen says shimmy shack, shimmy shack. My goose says quack, quack.
My duck says quack, quack.
My cat says fiddle-I-fee. I bought me a pig. My pig pleased me. I fed my pig under yonder tree.
My pig says gravy, gravy.
My hen says shimmy shack, shimmy shack. My goose says quack, quack.
My duck says quack, quack.
My cat says fiddle-I-fee. Bought me a cow. My cow pleased me. I fed my cow under yonder tree. My cow says baa, baa. My pig says griffy, griffy. My hen says shimmy shack, shimmy shack. My goose says quack, quack. My duck says quack, quack. My cat says fiddle-I-fee.
I bought me a horse, my horse pleased me. I fed my horse under yonder tree.
My horse says neigh, neigh. My cow says baa, baa. My pig says griffy, griffy. My hen says shimmy shack, shimmy shack. My goose says quack, quack. My duck says quack, quack. My cat says fiddle-I-fee. I bought me a wife. My wife pleased me. I fed my wife under yonder tree. My wife says honey, honey. My horse says neigh, neigh. My cow says baa, baa. My pig says griffy, griffy. My hen says shimmy shack, shimmy shack. My goose says quack, quack. My duck says quack, quack. My cat says fiddle-I-fee.
Within the genre of spirituals, this setting by Dawson is one of the true greats, a classic of the repertory since its original publication in 1934. Dawson was a leader of the choral program at Tuskegee Institute in Alabama and a profoundly influential musical figure. Soon I Will Be Done brings us a remarkable combination of excitement and sadness. The tempo marking allegro lets us know that the piece is supposed to move along without getting bogged down in sentimentality. After a lifetime of weepin' and a wailin', the excitement of going to see not only one's mother in heaven, but also Jesus, is tremendous indeed. Also, too much to bear.
Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with God. Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with God. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I'm going to live with God. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I'm going to live with God. Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with God. Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with God. No more weeping and wailing. No more weeping and wailing. No more weeping and wailing. I'm going to live with God. No more weeping and wailing. No more weeping and wailing. No more weeping and wailing. Weeping and wailing. Weeping, no wailing. troubles of the world, troubles of the world, troubles of the world. Soon we'll be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with God. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I'm going to live with God. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I'm going to live with God. I'm going to live with God. I'm going to live with God.
Give us just a minute here. We're going to get situated. Come on up, guys, for our last combined mass number. And while they're getting situated on the risers, just wanted to make a quick announcement that, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, can you come up quietly, please, without talking? Thank you. At the ticket table when you came in tonight, there should have been some ticket request forms and a poster for the Madrigal Dinner. It's a fundraiser for our choir. We do it every year. This is the 11th annual since I've been here. 11th annual Madrigal Dinner will be on Sunday, December 6th. As is tradition, I always open up the ticket requests tonight at the concert, and I will start accepting ticket requests starting tomorrow. And it's a first come, first serve. So if you want the best seats, mom and dads of seniors out there, then you want to get your requests in tomorrow so you have the best seats for the Madrigal Dinner. It's a wonderful evening, dinner at the ballroom. The students sing Renaissance type music as well as Christmas carols. We get into the holiday spirit. They're all dressed in costume. We have our drama club that puts on a little mini play as well. The brass group from the band and the recorder consort. It is a wonderful evening. Great way to start your holiday season. If you've never been, come. It is so much fun. So again, they'll be out there. Please make sure you take a request. If we're out, you can always pick them up in the activities office here at the high school at any time, or check with any of our concert choir members for an order form for that. Again, thank you so much for being a wonderful audience tonight. It has been a joy working with this wonderful large group behind me. This is always a hard concert as we have the least amount of time to prepare, and I threw some really hard stuff at them, but they rose to the challenge, and I'm very proud of them. So thank you again very much for supporting your son or daughter up here with music, and for supporting music and arts in general. It's wonderful. So thank you very much. We're going to close with our last piece.
Copeland's only full-length opera, The Tenderland, tells the story of a young girl, Lori Moss, who grows up on a Midwestern farm and is about to leave home. Two numbers from this opera have become choral favorites. In The Promise of the Living, at the close of the first act, 3 generations of the Moss family and their hired hands sing a hymn of gratitude for life, the land, and the spring harvest. Stomp Your Foot is a rousing square dance number sung by the entire cast at Lori's high school graduation party. Tonight, we will combine all 3 choirs in our final piece is Stomp Your Foot by Aaron Copeland. We hope you have enjoyed our selection of pieces by so many notable early American composers and the importance of their music on our culture.
Roll the windows open, take a breath.
Thank you very much. Drive home safe.